Hi, welcome to the Introduction to Qbox webinar designed for accounting and financial professionals. Before we begin, Qbox was designed to share company files with your remote users. It is only sharing the actual database file, so all users must have the same year of QuickBooks installed on their computer to be able to open and view any one of the shared company files. In my use case, I'm using QuickBooks Pro 2021, so anybody with a 2021 version can go ahead and open up my company files. The same enterprise rules apply, so if your client does have an enterprise subscription, on your end, you must have a subscription in that same year to be able to open and view that shared company file. So let's jump into it. On my desktop, you'll see my Qbox Explorer. Everybody downloads and installs the Qbox Explorer. It's actually just a shortcut window to all of my folders and files I have in my account. If you actually look at the top here, I have this local path, and this is where my files are stored on my desktop. So you have that environment. You can print locally, backup locally. You're not relying on somebody else's internet connection, and you're not taking over somebody's entire computer screen. Now, my account is set up as if I were the accountant or bookkeeper. So you'll notice that each one of my clients has their own separate folder. And that's because the sharing is done at the folder level. On my client's end, they're only going to see their one specific folder. They have no knowledge of any of my other clients. So your view may look like this, your staff will look like this, but then your clients on their end only see one folder. When it's time to work in any one of your company files, you're just going to go into that folder and double click. Here's my local QuickBooks file. I'm just going to double click, and it opens up QuickBooks like it would any other company file. Now, Qbox only allows one person to work in a company file at a time, and how we control that is with a locking mechanism. So once I log into the company file, the next prompt you're going to see is a lock request. Now, this is the most important part of Qbox. It's essentially asking us, are we going to work? If we will work in the file and make any changes, we always say yes, we want to lock it. If we just wanted to go into the file as a read only, maybe run reports, view historical information, but not make any changes, we would say no. Right now I am going to work, so I'm going to say yes, I want to lock it. And after I say yes, it gives me confirmation that the file's been locked. If I jump back to my Qbox for just a second, I now have a lock icon with my email address. That's real-time information between me, my staff, and my clients to be able to see who's actively working in that company file. If somebody had been working in the company file when I opened it, instead of seeing the lock request, you would see their name has the file locked. Do you want to continue as a read only? So it does have additional barriers in case you want to go into that file. Back on my end, since I'm the one who has it open and locked, it's a local copy of QuickBooks. I can do anything I normally do, edit the chart of accounts, adjust any journal entries, run payroll. Once I'm done working and I want to sync the file and release the lock, all I have to do is close out of the company file. So I can go to File, Close Company, or if I'm done working for the day, just File and Exit. Now, Qbox runs on a cycle. So in about a minute or so, it'll see that the file's been closed, and it will automatically start the sync process for me. So up at the top, right in this area, in about 30 seconds, we're going to see a sync message as well as a %. That is my file just syncing up those incremental changes up to the cloud. Once it's in the cloud, the file becomes unlocked and pushes those changes to my other shared users. Now we are, during the sync process, sharing the QuickBooks file as well as the TLG logging file. So we're syncing both of those in that process. Once the file is unlocked, it pushes those changes to everybody else so that they have the latest version of the file on their computer. So that's how we lock and sync a file. Let's go ahead and transition over to one more feature within Qbox. Each folder that you create has 10 gigabytes of storage capacity. That allows you to create some additional subfolders to create organization, but it also allows you to share Microsoft Office file formats. So in these subfolders, I have Word, PowerPoint, Excel files, multiple QuickBooks files. So if your client has multiple QuickBooks files, you can throw all of their files into one folder, as well as PDF or JPEG. So a PDF bank statement, PDF tax return, PDF invoice. You can throw that into Qbox and everybody has access. So that's pretty much our Qbox Explorer, and really it's about 99% of your interaction happens right from the desktop level. But when you do sign up for an account, you get a login to our web dashboard. Our web dashboard is essentially where you'll administer your account. So you'll notice you see the same folders you saw on my desktop level, but to the right is a green share button. And if I click on this green share button, it's how I control who gets access to what folder. So it tells me the folder name up at the top. As the account owner, I can see who I'm actively sharing with. I can delete users at any time, or I can add additional users at any time. With Qbox, you're only paying for the folder, so you have unlimited amount of shared users on any folder that you have. Within Qbox, we have 3 user roles. The first is going to be read only. That means that the person will never acquire the lock and cannot make any changes to the company file. Next, we have an admin. Admins are allowed to delete files, create subfolders, or delete subfolders. And then we have a regular shared user. So a regular shared user can make edits to the company file, but they don't have any admin rights. So moving on, we do keep copies of your files in the cloud, and that does provide you with some additional benefits. The first is going to be if anything ever happens to your computer or even your client's computer, all you have to do is log into your web dashboard. You're going to click admin in the upper right, and then to your left we have this download Qbox client. That's not only going to put the Qbox software back onto your computer, but it'll also download any latest versions of the files we have in the cloud. So you don't have to find your latest backup or thumb drive your files over. Anything that's in Qbox will automatically come down for you. In addition to that, Qbox also has versioning and rollback. So if you go into any one of your folders, to the right of every folder is a history button. And if I select it, it's going to show me the last 20 versions of a file. If something ever goes wrong in your company file, let's say somebody accidentally upgrades the file to a different year unknowingly, or if somebody goes into the file and makes a bunch of changes you wish they hadn't, instead of having to individually undo all of those changes, all you do is select what version you want to roll back to, hit rollback. It's going to ask you, are you sure? Just because anything from this point forward is going to be erased, but that's okay. And after you confirm, it'll automatically roll back down to my computer as well as everybody else's shared users so that we, again, are always on that same version of the file. If for whatever reason you don't like the file that was synced down to you, you can always roll back forward to today's date. You can go backwards as well as forward back to today's date. So we'll go ahead and end on our pricing page. Now, our pricing is very straightforward. It's based on the number of folders in your account. So again, jumping back to my Qbox Explorer, each one of my clients is its own separate folder. Each client is $12 a month or $120 a year. With that, I get 10 gigabytes of storage capacity, so that's multiple QuickBooks files as well as Microsoft Office file formats. I get unlimited shared users, so as many people as I need or want to invited to my shared folder at no additional cost. And then I also get unlimited support by phone, chat, and email. So that's not only me and my team, but any one of my clients who have any issues, they give us a call directly, and our support team can help them with whatever they may have. Now, we do offer a free 30-day no credit card obligation sign up. At the top of our website, when you're ready to sign up, you just hit that button. It walks you through the process of setting up your account, inviting new shared users, and then whoever has the latest version of the QuickBooks file, they can throw that into Qbox for the first time. If you ever have any questions about your Qbox account or you have additional questions after the fact, you can always reach us from our website. Our sales hours are Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Time, and can be reached at 855-448-7269. Thanks for joining us for this webinar. Have a great day.